Hello, this is Helen Thomas and the CDFM study group. I want to continue review of CDFM module 4, but I'm going to be looking at competency number 6, information technology and national security systems. So now that we've developed the system, we've got the human integration, how we're going to integrate the humans, but we also going to have to use technology in this process. So that's what this is talking about. So let's see the overview. So it says that the lesson explains how the DoD is using network-centric strategy. We use the internet to transform the warfighting system, the business system, the intelligence capabilities into what we need it to do. So the information technology infrastructure of the Department of Defense is called, so let me write that down on my notes, GIG, the GIG. Global Information Grid. Again, the DoD's information technology infrastructure is called the GIG, Global Information Grid. So that's something good to know. The GIG includes owned and leased communication. Okay, a lot of other information. Non-GIG IT includes standalone items, self-contained, embedded IT that is not and will not be connected to the enterprise. So if they're connected to the enterprise, they are part of the global information grid. All right, net centricity. If you're like me, up until a year or so ago, I never heard this term. So net centricity is the realization of a robust, globally networked environment, interconnecting infrastructures within which data is shared seamlessly and in a timely manner between your users. So net centricity is that global system that interconnects the different infrastructures and applications in a timely manner. Users are empowered to better protect assets. All right, so my highlight says the department's approach, so DoD's approach to centric operation and warfare aims to achieve 4 key attributes. All right, get my little pencil out. The 4 key attributes: reach, richness, agility, and assurance. Reach, richness, agility, and assurance. The 2 R's and the 2 A's. So net centric, we want to meet 4 attributes: reach, richness, agility, and assurance. Reach, richness, agility, and assurance. So this approach uses the global information grid as the organizing and transforming construct for managing information technology through the department. So in order for GRID or GID, G-I-D, the global information grid, to do what we want it to do, we want it to meet 4 attributes: reach, richness, agility, and assurance. It envisions moving to trusted network-centric operation through the acquisition of systems and family of systems. So this information technology infrastructure includes data, information, organizational interaction skills, and analysis, as well as systems network. Global information grid is the organizing and transforming construct for managing IT information through the Department of Defense. What is the vision? So I'm on the bottom of page 462, vision. The vision is to empower users through easy access of information anytime. So think about it. When you're doing your wartime mission, you want to be able to have ease of information so that you know whatever decision you're making is based on real-time information. So it increased agility in rapidly adapting information and information technology to meeting operational needs. So that's basically what I just said, is you want to have the most up-to-date information quickly, rapidly, to ensure that it meets your current operational need. So let's go down to page 463, 123, paragraph 4, and see how it all works together. The GIG architecture is the DoD's IT architecture. It describes the implementation components of the gig with integrated operational systems. Okay, that's just saying a lot of pretty much what we said. We want to integrate holistically quick access, internet access, safety precautions, and all of that so that we may be able to access information as quickly as possible, real time, and know that it is safe information. So on page 464, it's reminding us about, again, we're in the acquisition system, the integration of this global information grid before milestone A. So for business systems, architecture efforts should also align closely with the business enterprise architecture. What else is it saying with the gig? Let's see. Ensure that appropriate steps are taken to prepare or update operational view. So remember, material solution analysis, then it's milestone A. So this is saying that this occurs before milestone A. You prepare a high-level operational concept description. You develop an initial capabilities document to describe the capability gap. And before milestone B, you develop the capability development document. So the chart at the top of page 464 is very helpful to tell you what is in the paragraphs. So remember, the JSIDs will actually identify capability gaps, and that capability gap is published in an initial capabilities document. That is done before milestone A. Then after you got milestone A, then you go to technology maturation developments, and then between that, after the technology maturation, then you have the capability development plan or document before milestone B. What else? Before milestone C, what does it say? Update the integrated architecture, ensures changes are reflected in the appropriate documents. After milestone C, continue the lifecycle compliance. Interoperable requirements certification. All right, so that's after milestone C is when you're in development and production phase. Page 467, net-centric operations and warfare reference model. Again, we're looking for reach, richness, agility, and assurance. And it gives you the definition on the bottom of page 7. Reach, the space and time where distance is not a factor. Richness, the total set of enterprise information or capabilities within a specific time. Agility, the number of effective adaptations that can be accomplished per unit of time. And assurance, achieving the expected level. So we want to have assurance. So on page 8, it goes into what I just said, reach. Remember the 4 attributes of the gig: reach, richness, agility, and assurance. So assurance can be operationally defined in terms of achieving the expected goals, expected levels. Page 469 goes into some other key consideration when you're talking about the information technology, interoperability, supportability, and electromagnetic spectrum. Let's see. So interoperable, meaning you can link it with other systems, other technology. Supportability is the ability of the system external to the specific IT to aid and protect, complement, sustain. You have other systems that can protect. And then you have the picture on the back of page 10, information support plan. You got to have a plan in how you're going to support and maintain that system. Submission timeline. So I'm going to go all the way to page 13, electromagnetic spectrum consideration, but let's go before that. The Office of the Assistant. All right, so electromagnetic. So, okay, let's read before page 4613, the paragraph before the ESC. The Office of the Assistant Secretary of Defense Network and Information Integration reviews all ISP, what does that mean? Information Security Policy. ISP, go back. Information Support Plan. Okay. So the OSD Network and Information, so like your Chief Information Officer will review the support plan documents for acquisition category 1 and 1 alpha programs. Remember your general and your automation programs. So that's good to know whenever we have technology. So the electromagnetic spectrum consideration, the program manager must consider the electromagnetic spectrum when delivering capabilities to the warfighter. Okay, so like you helping me study and I'm helping you study. This don't make no sense. All right, so I gotta go back. So reading again what it says, the electromagnetic spectrum. The electromagnetic spectrum, so I'm on page 469, says the electromagnetic spectrum, the fundamental questions are if and how the system or equipment being developed will depend on and interact with electromagnetic spectrum. Okay, let's see what my notes say. And all right, maybe it'll get clearer in a little bit. Let's see. Will the system require spectrum? Back on page 13. So will the system require spectrum to operate as it is intended to communicate with other systems? Okay, so does it require any other additional transmittal process or signals to be able to communicate? Okay, that's what you say. I see the purpose of the spectrum. You got to certify it, dependent on other system. Summary page, let's see, the DoD uses a network centric, okay. So these summary pages are actually pretty good to recap what's in that section. So the GIG vision is to empower users through easy access. I read that. All IT and NSS, national security strategies, must meet the requirements of interoperability and supportability. Information support plan is intended to explore the information-related needs of an acquisition program and so forth. Okay, that's good. So 6.2, important statutory and regulatory requirements. All right, so what do the laws say? Defense business systems, management oversight, the Business Information Transformation Agency. All right, a lot of this. Oh, I got a lot of highlights over here. All right, 4619. The Defense Business System Management Committee is chaired by the Deputy Secretary of Defense. Deputy SecDef, it is the highest authority providing top-level governance to coordinate defense business system. So the Defense Business System Management Committee. Certifying authority, the designated principal staff assistant with responsibility for reviewing, approving, and oversight is the certifying authority. Okay. Investment Review Board. Each certification authority is required to establish and charter an investment review board to provide investment review of its business system. All right. So my certifying authority needs to have an investment review board to help make decisions. For defense business systems, acquisition programs that have modernization funding exceeding $1 million, the Milestone Decision Authority shall not grant any milestone or full rate production approval or the equivalent, and the authority to obligate funding shall not be granted until the certification required by 10 U.S. Code 2222 has been approved by the Defense Business System Management Committee. Okay, so even though your USD AT&L is the Milestone Decision Authority for most of these programs, they also have to have the Defense Business System Committee reviews the data and provide recommendation before the Milestone Decision Authority can move forward. Okay, so I got to review that page some more. Page 21, the Klinger-Cohen Act. I've heard this before. Information Technology Management Reform is designed to improve the way the federal government acquires and manages information technology. So make sure you review that Klinger-Cohen Act at the bottom of page 4621. So Klinger-Cohen is associated with information technology within the Department of Defense. And I think, let me see, I don't have, a lot of it is more information. Let's see, question, page 25. Commercial off-the-shelf items, software, meaning we don't start the acquisition process all the way from the beginning. We may have something on the commercial shelf that's already out there that we can use to then build what we wanted to build. So that's what your commercial off-the-shelf items definition is. And 27, commercial off-the-shelf is defined, okay, give you the definition. Commercial items that require no unique government modifications or maintenance over the life cycle. So we're using a commercial item to do what we needed to do. All right, so this concludes CDFM Module 4, Competency 6, Net Centricity and Global Information Grid. So now we're talking about using technology to function, to use, to develop, to process the systems that we've already developed, whatever the product is that we've already developed. So thank you for stopping by. Be sure to share, be sure to subscribe so that you can get updates as I continue to update the information from the CDFM study group. So this is out of the 2011 study guide. So make sure you get your exams for the 2011 done this year, because I know that the American Society of Military Comptroller is working on updating this study guide. And since it hasn't been updated since 2011, it's probably going to have a lot of new changes for the new exam. So be sure to complete this process before the end of December 2020. Thank you, and I'll see you guys again next time.